It is time for us to go around the world and see if Arjun is wide awake today. Arjun, did you make it through our conversation there?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you scared of me?
No.
You should be very scared.
No, I don't think you should be. I think that people just need to get a whole lot more realistic really quickly.
So, Arjun, how
Yeah.
come you hung up on me last week?
Oh, yes. Actually, there was a confusion. Suddenly, I got a message from our education department that the chief minister of Rajasthan, of our state, is coming to our town, and there is an urgent meeting. So we got the message just about half an hour on WhatsApp, and we all were just asked to attend a meeting there. So we were in a hurry there, and we rushed to just attend the meeting because it was must. You can't say that no. If you have your medical certificate, if you are admitted in a hospital, then you cannot. Otherwise, you will have to go to attend that meeting. So we rushed and we did attend that meeting. So that's why I couldn't just keep myself in touch with you. And the other thing was that the change of time, I think, because as just now I was just checking it on Google. In New York, right, the time is about 7:15, but in Connecticut it's 8:15. So I was a bit confused of the time right now, that it 1 hour changes always. So it started or not. So that was a problem with me. But now I thought I will have to wait for an hour, but we are on time right now. So what is the exact time right now in Sharon, Connecticut? 7:15 or 8:15?
8:28.
8:28. So in New York it's 7:28, right?
No. It's 8:28.
No?
It's 8:28
So
all over.
So on Google, New York says 7:28.
Right,
Yeah.
you got to reset your computer. Your computer's got a mistake on the time clock.
Or no, sometimes what happens is it comes in different time zones. So you might have Central Time, but in Eastern Time, pretty much from here to, let's say, through Detroit going west, it's 8:28.
So no change of time right now?
No.
change.
No
of time.
change.
No.
So what time? I think still after an hour, after a month or
No, you've got a ways to go.
Yeah. It's spring forward and fall behind.
So we will go back, but it won't be until the last week of October.
It's right around Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay. So now in Jaisalmer, actually, it's a festival time, especially because we have festivals, a lot of festivals here. So today it's a very special festival which is called Teej, T-E-E-J. It's very popular, especially in Jaisalmer and in the state of Rajasthan. So this is a very popular festival. Especially, it's a festival of women. They observe fast on this day. I think just for 48 hours they don't eat anything, and it's all just this festival, especially the married women. They just are on fast because they pray for the long life of their husband and the prosperity in the family. Well, husband, they are not on fast. It's contrary, but they are not fast. So especially married women, they are on fast for 48 hours. They eat nothing. They will just wait for the moon in the evening. If they see the moon in the evening, then they will eat something tomorrow morning. If they don't see the moon in the evening because of some clouds or some any problem, then maybe they will have to wait again for a whole next day. So it depends on their luck. So everyone is waiting, and they are praying to the God that they can see the moon at night tonight, and then they can eat something tomorrow morning. So they are waiting for that.
So this sounds like a festival that was clearly invented by a man, because presumably they have to feed their men folk along the way, yes?
Yes, they prepare food, they cook food for the men, for their kids, for family, but all the married women, they are on fast. I don't think there's even a single married woman, even the educated one, the highly educated, they follow it because, as I told you, it's a man-dominated society, definitely. So mostly the married women, they are on fast. Like in my family, my mother she's on a fast for sure, but not my father. And but with the change of time, like the Girdhar has a question right now. He asks me why, if grandma is on fast, then why not the grandpa? So he has a question, and definitely it will take a time, and it will get changed. Maybe in the next generation, the men will be with the women, definitely.
I'm just wondering why it's such a bonus. I'm sure that, as in other places, there are some, shall we say, unhappy marriages. And I just think that it's, if nothing else, a waste of a prayer if you're praying for the long life course, no one knows what you're actually praying for. But if you have to pray for the long life of a husband who's just a cow, no, you can't be a cow because you'd have to be a husband who's just a really unpleasant person. Isn't that counter intuitive and productive?
I think it started as I asked to my grandmother long ago, as I asked to her once, and she told me the story. At that time, most of the men, they were soldiers in my community. They were soldiers in royal family. There were fights between the small kingdoms like Jaisalmer against Jodhpur, Jodhpur against Bikaner, Bikaner against Jaisalmer. Always there were fights there before the independence, before 1947. The small kingdoms, they were fighting with each other, and most of the people, they were soldiers, and they were always away from the home. So the ladies, they are always waiting for them, because so they always pray for the long life of their husband. At that time it started, but with the democracy it is still going on.
Right. Well, I mean, I think that in principle, obviously in context and in principle, it's got a place. It just it's really hard, as I'm sure you discovered when you were here, to
Yes.
even explain to probably anyone who's listening to the radio that the I mean, I think people might be able to grasp it intellectually, but not practically, about how different and delineated the roles are. And you don't really step outside the lines because it doesn't help you at home.
Sure. But my trip to US, I think it changed a lot, because in that case, I am definitely not agreed with my father. In this case, if my wife, Anita, she's not going to eat anything, I will not force her to cook anything for me. Definitely. I'm honestly saying this, because not like my father, because if he is hungry, then he will definitely tell to my mother to cook food for him. But in this case, I will definitely not tell her, my wife, to just cook food for me, personally only for me, and while she is not eating. So in this case, and hopefully it's changing, my emotions are always with her, and I have a soft corner for her, because I don't want to eat and then sleep, and while she is eating nothing and praying for my long life while eating nothing, and I'm just snoring there. So I don't think it's a justice. So in this case, I'm with her, and I will not tell her to cook food for me. But in the family, in the same way, I don't want to hurt the feelings of my father and my mother and all my relatives, because otherwise they will tell me that you are doing whatever you want to do, and it's it's against the custom. So I don't want to hurt their feelings. But if you ask me personally, if she asks me, I will definitely tell her I will eat maybe tomorrow when you eat.
Well, it's different from my marriages.
It's different from your life.
My first wife always cooked, and I always ate. I mean, she always ate. My second wife didn't cook much, but somehow we wound up with plates in the sink that she would never wash, and she would throw them away and buy new ones. It's true. That's true. And now, because I live alone,
Yeah.
I eat when I want.
So who prays for you?
Who cares for me?
No, who prays for you?
Who prays for you?
For you.
For
who
me?
prays for you and your long life?
Everybody that would pray for me in my long life is dead already, so I'm in big trouble.
No.
Yeah, you're on your own.
I'm on my own. There's a lot of people that pray for me, but I don't think they're praying for a long life.
Well, also, and when you're praying, very bluntly, you can't really, it's just between you and your God. You don't really necessarily, just because you look like you're praying for the long life of your husband, you could be praying for him to, like, run into a spear.
I don't know.
But definitely, if she prays for my long life, what she is doing, and I will definitely buy a very special gift for her. That's what I can do for her.
All right. That sounds good to me.
Yeah,
It's a lesson I should've
it sounds fair.
It's a lesson I should have learned many years ago.
Oh, just think how different your life could have been, Marshall.
No, I don't want to.
Okay. Thank you, Arjun, for being a beacon of sanity. And obviously, your mom would be probably horrified, right? Do you think that she would be okay if she knew that you were okay with Anita not fasting or you not eating, how would she feel about that?
Honestly, I will not tell her that. I
Yeah,
don't want
no,
to hurt her
I
feelings
know.
because
Yeah, so why-
she will not. She will start hating me definitely.
See, there's Arjun. That's a very smart decision. There's
Yeah.
an old Chinese saying, "Let sleeping dogs lie. Don't wake them up.
Yeah.
Let this lie. Don't."
No, I'm not
don't
suggesting
wake it
that-
Well,
up."
I love both of them. I don't want to lose my mother also.
That's
because,
right. No.
Well, she did a lot for us. Well, she never went to the school, but what she gave us, the education, it's because of that education I'm in touch with you. So how can I hurt her feeling?
That's
so I will have to
exactly
take
right.
care of her.
No,
That's exactly right.
All right.
Arjun. We will speak to you next week.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Take care. Arjun Singh, as we just went around the world here on Robin Hood Radio.